we're always changing as people. And I think that's the
evolving.
problem. We don't allow ourselves to change.
From CNR JUTA De Beer, imini nomsindisi wesiko, umvelisi enqango umelisi wesizwe, formerly known as Lwazi Madonsela, bringing you a show about creative entrepreneurs live from the landmark that not only birth SA street culture, but also formalize the street hustle. On today's episode, we have Tamara, T-Money. How does it feel to be a model that's paid? Emphasis on paid.
First, I want to say that's a lie.
Is it because the invoice didn't clear? Or in general?
Okay, that's not fully a lie, but like we barely get paid, really. Especially the dope stuff you do, like the things that are like the most fire. You literally got 0 to like 500 rand for it.
What do you mean 500 rand?
I mean,
isn't that what they pay out to post?
You're thinking of like influencer ambassador work, being a model sometimes. So like normally, I don't even want to explain it, but like dead ass the dopest things like magazine, whatever, because of all these production companies in our country.
The intermediaries.
Yeah, the middlemans.
The agencies.
Exactly. Basically all the middlemans. They be taking like huge cuts. I feel like I'm getting nervous. It's like,
why?
Maybe I shouldn't be saying that.
No, we're going to bleep up all the names.
Okay.
Oh, we never keep any names.
Great. So like, for example, now I'm going to go,
do your thing.
For example, like with taxes and agency fee, I think you get like 45% of the money.
Quick question. Do they charge you tax on your full amount or do they charge you tax on the money they take after agency money?
No, it's like separate ones, like tax amount and then agency amount.
And then only you get your money.
Yeah, and then it's like 45%, maybe 50% of the money. That's when you get it.
So why aren't you registered as an agency?
So I'm registered as a company, and actually that's like a fight I'm trying to get into. I know someone who once tried that with an agency to be like, okay, sharp, I'll still be represented by you guys, but like don't do my taxes anymore. So like as soon as you guys get the money, send it to me, because now they also use it as an excuse to hold the money for 90 days.
90 what?
Literally 90 days. To hold the money for 90 days so they can build up interest in their own accounts, their company accounts. And then you only get the money like 3 months later. So it's like, okay, since you're saying it's because it needs to go through all these processes, by 30 days, you definitely have the money. So like, give me the money. But they don't want to do that. Like the one person who tried to do this, it was like a whole riff-raff fight. Like it was like deep, and they left after that. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I have the energy to fight that fight.
Is it worth it?
And you see
that money, that 45% you eventually get after 90 days, after you shot 3 months prior?
Sometimes. So like there's a lot of aspects to it, right? So for one, as I said, models are not getting paid, like barely. Like they're not getting paid enough for most things. Unless it's a TVC, you'll get like a nice maybe 50 bands. But it's like, I haven't seen like a budget past 50 bands since COVID hit.
Pre-COVID, did you get?
Oh yeah, you could end up. I never have, but you could end up with a 200K bag.
Oh, that's a retirement for a year.
Yeah,
you can wait 90 days for 200K.
Oh yeah, but it's not. Thing is, it's not going to be 200K. It's going to be like 95K. You see, like, but yeah.
I'm gonna stay in the shadows.
Yeah, you see.
I was complaining about the 7 days.
You see, but
90
yeah.
days, and then they take over 50% of your coin, and it's like, why are you trying this hard?
It's literally.
Does it not kill you? Because like your loved ones are seeing you on a billboard. You can't call mom and say, "Yo, mom,
goodness.
I need 2K. It's tough right now."
Literally, that's
I'm
a
literally
chat.
driving. I saw your ad.
Literally, bro, that's the chat, because it's like everyone's like, yo, you're doing so well, you're so like proud of you, I'm so proud, all of that. And it's like, I appreciate that, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I'm struggling. Like that 70 rand thing, like
It was not for clout.
it was not a joke. Like dead ass, I'm waiting 90 days for money. I'm waiting for money, and the money's not even like the full money.
And then how do you balance out your expenses? Because like in my head, if I'm waiting 90 days,
Yeah.
the coin I have now is supposed to last me 3 months.
You see,
So that 3 months, if it doesn't hit that 3 months, what happens then?
so like this is why I am in multiple things. So I'm not just a model. I also do wardrobe and then I'm a stylist. And those invoices they're quicker to clear, like less than 30 days, sometimes 7 days. Like, so those are quicker to clear. And then also all like the influencer stuff on social media. Those invoices are also usually quicker to clear, like less than 30 days, sometimes immediately after. So it's like, and also like with the 90-day things, if you book a modeling job with your agency every month, you're technically getting paid every month, But it's like, that's only if you get booked every month. And the other thing is that like, I'm technically getting all the jobs for myself.
And then you still have to go report that back to agency.
Yeah, because it's like someone finds me. Yeah, contractually, if like, it's like you have to tell them you are assigned to an agency. So I
send you a DM, tomorrow I'm trying to work with you, da-da-da-da. You come back to me, say, yo, I'm signed to an agency. Then I have to go back and talk to your agency.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Kind of. But it's like I've kind of blurred that boundary a little, I can't lie. Like, I like told him like separating my social media stuff to modeling stuff, So it's like if it's for social media, like you guys have nothing to do with it. Yeah. And that's why I have a manager for that part.
And then how often can you go back to that contract? Say, yo, actually, I think I've kept my work with agency. With this particular agency.
Honestly, like you can go back anytime. I think you just give them 3 months notice when you want to get out. And then within those 3 months, you're out. Like, contractually, you're out. Like, that's how it was explained to me when I signed. I haven't really spoken to them much. Yeah, but it's also kind of like what other agencies, like what's a good agency?
You the agency.
Exactly, which is why I'd rather just, do everything with myself. And like my manager, it's actually like great. Takes off the load. Like it's literally like people come to me, cool, here's my manager, they do all the talk, I do what I need to do, thanks guys, and then invoicing, like she handles everything and then I get my money and it's like,
yeah, it's a clean one.
It's like, you actually have the space to do what you need to do.
And then people were filing for tax recently. How are you handling that? Because for me,
yeah,
because my personal credit is bums. Because I do all my work via my company.
Yeah.
Ever since I registered as a company with SARS, if you haven't clocked after half a mil, you don't have to report anything.
Yeah.
You just have to say, yo, we're making this amount of money, but we don't have to pay it.
Yeah.
I think that's a better term. How are you handling personal income tax? Because
so like personally, me as a person, my agency does all my taxes. Because that's me, not my company. Like, and personally, modeling is me, not my company most of the time. So they handle all my taxes. So like that one, I'm like cruising. I even get like nice returns.
Yeah.
But in terms of my company, which I only started last year, like March.
Oh, yours been longer than mine.
Oh, but it's like with companies, apparently you have 2 years before you have to actually start filing. So I didn't know that. So I was stressing when it was like the filing thing was coming. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I don't know. I just have the invoices. Like, I don't know,
I still don't know. I just know I haven't clocked off a mail.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I have. I don't know. Really, I don't know. But I still have like next year's financial season. So I'm going to prep myself by just getting
everything in order.
Just someone to do my taxes, really. Like, I'm literally going to hire someone like, yo, tell me everything you need from me. And I mean, like, past everything. Like, I'm even trying to work in expenses into the tax thing.
The only thing that's going to save me is my banking statements. Because it'll tell you when you swipe for petrol, everything.
That's what I'm trying to get, like, money back on. Also, like, even, like, facial stuff, as a model, I'm my business. So like even
did you get the free fancy though?
Nah.
Does it count?
It doesn't count. But like I bought that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I bought it.
You like glass skin gang?
Was not anymore. Not that you can tell, but not anymore. Yeah. So like, I went to the dermatologist yesterday because I was like, fuck this. I want my nice skin back. First, it was 1.4 bands for a consultation.
That's what I said. Because I had lip eczema during COVID. I thought like my lips were done. And then to go to the dermatologist, I think I paid 1.2. Mm-hmm. And the consultation was 3 minutes.
Literally,
Like,
deadass. And she tells you things you already know. And then they're like, cool, this is what we recommend. Now she brings out these 5-step skin routine products that you can buy anywhere else. But she's like, if you buy them here and you bring back the bottles, you get a 5% discount.
What?
Yeah. But those...
She was doing more marketing than consulting.
No, like they were telling me why I should use this and why this would help and all of that, and recommending like 2K treatments that I would need to do every month. And like the bottles, that like skincare routine was like in total probably like 3.5. So it's like if something finishes.
But here's my thing.
It has like...
I get the 3.5, but then you go on set and then I'm a makeup artist and I come with the cheapest line of makeup. How does that affect you?
It does affect your skin. I mean, I just have good genes, so it takes a lot for my skin to really go through it. Like even now, like my skin is not bad to the average person, but it's like I know how my skin...
Damn, I'm average.
No. It's not that, it's just like, maybe I'm self-conscious in that way.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, this is
not me.
This is the worst my skin has looked. But the shit they prescribed, like for me to get at the pharmacy, which I did because medical aid rocks sometimes.
Gang.
At least they could pay for that. It's already starting to work, so... And that was last night, so it's like, damn. Maybe the 3.5, I'm starting to see, but it's no. I'd rather travel. Like, no.
And then, because you're a stylist,
Yeah.
you do all this other work, but then you're still a student at heart. Like, so the next person, you're like, oh, Tamara's just trapping life, flying in, flying this country, flying that country.
Yeah, looks like
looking
that.
cool on billboards. Then she tweets. And then you're like, huh? It's not adding up.
Yeah.
Because I saw you in Berlin. How do you then navigate the thing, people's perception, versus what you think of yourself?
That's a very good question. I think it's almost out of my control. Hey, everyone. I think, do I have to tell them?
Nah, I can talk to you.
Yeah, I'm like... Not mad at y'all, but like...
No, you were too slanted that way.
It's nice. It's I don't
The
know.
view.
Yeah, it's nice to look at the view. Okay, sorry. Let me just talk to the blue light. That's kind of out of my control because it's like, again, like I said, you see all this dope stuff, like the billboards, the magazines, the flying wherever, but it's like most of the time I had to pay for my own flights and accommodation. Then also the rate is like, you're not getting paid what you think. I'm not getting paid what you think I'm getting paid, but it's like, I'm going to do the job because if I don't, I won't be able to pay rent at the end of the month. So it's like, it's a whole bunch of that. And sometimes, yes, to build your portfolio, especially if it's like international work, there I'm down. But they always come through. Nope, let me not lie. I mean, they do always come through with the bands, but then if it's handled by like a production agency here, I'm not going to name names.
No, bleeping out all names.
No one's seeing any money except them and the photographer. So
It's tricky.
yeah, it's really deep.
It's tricky.
Like to expose like this magazine cover edition. I'm in it. I'm in this edition. Oh.
It's off.
Oh.
Say that again. Say, I'm in
it. Let me just make sure it's on again. So this magazine edition, I am in it. I have a full page with a picture of me wearing Moncler in it. And like, guess how much I got paid for that?
10. No, after tax, 7.5.
Everyone gets a 7.5. That's so interesting.
The Adidas rate.
It is. Yeah, I got paid 480 rand.
What?
Yeah.
480
rand.
So you might as well have gotten the Sororo Maposa stimmy.
Literally, I got paid
Stimulus package.
BEE. That's what I got paid. Literally. And it was a K, but my still deducted from a K.
And then they still take tax still.
And that's when I was like,
that's crazy.
This shit is, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
A K.
Damn. And you know that
it cost you to get there, to the set. That's my bigger question.
My chat is literally like you spent all that money traveling there, preparing for it, because you also don't show up to set. Like you have to you make sure your skin is right, your hair is right, or whatever.
Your day is booked out. You're not going to campus anymore.
Exactly. You're not going to campus. You're not, another job is not happening on that day. It's like, and sometimes it happens where you have like a job that's dope, but there's no money. And then a job that's like pretty lame, but there's money, and they're happening at the same time. And you like have to decide.
You've chosen a dope job and left money alone.
Nope, I did both of them. Me, guy. Yeah, I did both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is hard.
Damn.
It is really difficult, but yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the plan after graduating?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna leave the country. That's my plan.
Which country are we going to? Denmark?
Who knows? I'm gonna see where the world takes me.
I'm shocked you never became a DJ, considering you also do sound engineering.
I do DJ.
You have the numbers.
I just don't tell anyone what's my name on the set list, and I don't post the posters and anything. And then I just show up for my set and I play and I leave.
I don't count myself as a creator. I think I'm more solution driven, but I guess solutions are creative.
Literally, that is all the things.
But for me, it's always like, I don't think I'm ever the first to start something. I just always want to perfect it. That's why I don't believe in like, Tamara did it first. Not you messing up our audio as a sound person.
It's so fun. It's like, now you're going to just hear that sound in the
listeners
take.
at home, we apologize.
It's like, what is that?
But my question before ESCOM hit us.
And it did.
ESCOM hit us. Damn, now.
Mashcom.
Mashcom. That's how we're calling it. Damn, Mashcom. Anything that ends with the com is an art, man.
Honestly.
Like, Mashcom hit us. I was asking, we're talking future projections. You're like, you're just leaving the country.
I mean, ideally, I'd like to live in a different country. I feel like I can just broaden my experience and also almost kind of accelerate what I'm trying to do. Which is I'm trying to transition from wardrobe into art direction, but more specifically creative direction. And that doesn't necessarily mean being a creative director for like a fashion brand, just creative direction. Because, you know, being a creative director shows itself in so many different ways.
Yeah, it can be marketing, TV.
Anything, agencies, like anything, fashion, like literally.
Music.
Literally. So it's like, but I'm not trying to necessarily like work for an agency. And it's not that I don't want to do my due diddle daddles. Yeah, I'm not trying to do. It's not that I don't want to do my due diddle daddles. It's that like, you know, I work for an agency, and then like 9 years later, maybe I find myself as like the senior creative director at that agency. But it's like, the work I've done is like, it's just, you know, TVCs for like. Or like, you know, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want that. I just want to do my own thing. And honestly, especially with something like creative direction, like if you have a portfolio, especially with like brands, that we all know and love, why wouldn't you hire me if, if if I did this for that brand or whatever. So really for me, it's just, I'm trying to create my own work and go to these brands that I already have connections with as an influencer. But like, and I don't like that influencer word, but
Why?
I feel like it's the definition of it is misjaded. So like some people listening to this, when they hear me say that word, they'll understand what I mean. And then some people, when they hear me saying that word, they like stopped listening to me like 20% less from now on.
I feel like influencers are the second gen of tastemakers. Because
literally,
influencers actually get paid. And tastemakers created... Damn, she's a terrorist. Tamara's a terrorist. Influencers get paid. Tastemakers created the brand identity. For free.
I agree. For free.
Because you guys get copy.
Oh, you literally said it.
You get given the caption.
No, I mean, sometimes. But like, literally, it's like, that's the only difference between tastemakers and influencers is that, they get paid to do that. Like, we get paid to do it. And like, that's why even for me, how I think of influencing and creating content for these brands, it's almost like being a creative director, because a brand comes to you with a brief and they're like, this is the campaign and we want you to create this, this, and this by this, but make sure it sticks to the brand guidelines and this is what we're into and what. And like, you do it. And that is, I mean, obviously that's not all that a creative director does, but that is the basis of it. It's connecting the brand to the audience, right? In the most like understandable way.
You know what's the craziest part about everything you just said?
What?
2019, Rosebank Starbucks, up the road. I'm sitting with Kaba, and then we're having a conversation. I'm like, the real thing that we need right now is an agency with everyone who's a model. Because, and what it truly is, we should be sending out pitch decks more than receiving briefs.
Exactly.
And then when I had that chat, Kaba heard me. And Kaba formalized this shit. When I had that chat with other people, they were like, I'm reaching. I don't understand this shit.
It's literally, and that's how I'm also approaching this, navigating this creative direction thing, is like pitching things to brands that I think will align to them, especially because I have like the people around me that I know and I can trust to like create it and make it right.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not saying I'm not down to like be a junior or whatever, or like an assistant. I would definitely like to do that during this, but it's like, that's not how I'm gonna like.
That's not how you make it.
Exactly.
You're a loyal person.
I am. Why?
We had this chat. I remember you turned down B brand because you were signed, you had a relationship. You weren't signed, you had a relationship with A brand, and you were like, B brand is offering this X amount of money for the next 3 months to do this. But because of how you wired as a person, you like, that doesn't make sense because the relationship I'm building with them is a long-term vision. What led your thinking there? Because to the next person, you were talking about rent right now. It's like, if these guys give me 60K to do shit I'm doing for them for free, surely I should just sign that thing and be good for the next 3 months.
See, the thing is, that's what it is. It's like, it sounds like it's going to be easy. If a brand is going to be paying you like 60K per month, right? Best believe it's going to be the most difficult. Like, you know what I mean? You're basically in contract to them.
Yeah.
They're going to ask everything and anything out of you. And it's not going to be the things you want to do. And you can't say no, because it's like, we're paying you 30 to 60K per month and you have to do it. Do you know what I mean? I know, like, it's always those jobs where it's like, oh, this sounds good, like on paper. And then you working the hardest, or when you're doing a job as a favor for a homie and the rates are low maybe, and you're like, I'm gonna do this for you, it ends up being the hardest job you've ever done. It ends up being the job you've worked the most hard and put yourself into ever, and it was the smallest coins, you know? So I'm just like, I'd rather...
How do you keep your gangster? Because like, you guys were supposed to pay me 5K. After tax, after agency, you was probably going to get 2K.
Maybe,
right?
Yeah, maybe 2.8 sometimes. I don't know why it differs.
I was supposed to get 2.8 after that, right?
Yeah.
If I was supposed to get 2.8, and then that 2.8, I still don't get it, and I see my thing on TV. How do you hold yourself back saying, nah, you know what? Going down.
No. I think you don't want to just call out people. Like, you first email, like, hey, where's the money? And then, you can also always tell when people are coming with the funny styles. You don't want to take things outside the communication box and then, because they will make you'll never work in this industry again. And they will do it. You know that line. Like, they
never
will
work in this town again.
Literally, exactly.
Tomorrow you are shadow banned.
Exactly. And they can. And it's like, rather just talk and fight that battle internally. It's sometimes a long battle to fight, pardon me.
Have you won one before?
I've never not been paid.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of scams and scandals that have happened.
Not with you though.
Like, not unless already from the get-go I knew there was no pay. Do you know what I mean? But I've never not been told that I would get paid set amount and not been paid.
I guess that's the protection that comes with agency, because they then escalate things.
That's exactly why having an agency and a manager is like, that's the perks. It's like when someone doesn't want to pay you, they can escalate things to like suing and shit. That's the only perk, really. It's like you're protected, like you will get your money.
Shout out agencies, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the one good thing they do for us. Like, agency.
You hit them with that one. You
need to bleep out the word agency, I think. Do you think people know what we're talking about?
There's a lot of bleeping.
I like the thought of a lot of bleeping.
This episode, Seth's episode, and Hakeem's episodes, so much bleeping.
I can imagine Hakeem's episode. Yo, the dirt.
Hakeem was on fire, man.
Everything was coming out.
Patreon unbleeped.
Yes.
Ayo, Patreon unbleeped. But to get it, we're starting a GoFundMe. Tamara needs to leave the 70 Rand tax bracket, man.
Please.
We're going to 700K?
Yo.
700K. 700K.
I would love to do that.
Talk it to the universe.
700K.
Get me.
Next question. I like this.
You like this?
Yes, I'm enjoying this.
I'm glad you're enjoying this. My question is, you've worked with big brand, international. Mm-hmm. You've done international campaigns for them. You've done TVCs for them. Mm-hmm. Do you want to grow within that brand? Like maybe get a job in there, get a collab in there? Or what are you trying to do with the brand?
I think ideally I would like to be like, I'd like to be a consultant, but like officially. Because I think we do that already, but not like officially. But I would definitely love to creative direct something for them, not like be with them forever. But I do really enjoy having just the relationship, because it's like any idea you want to make happen, they can, I don't know. Maybe I would work for them. I don't know. But I wouldn't work for like an agency that works for them.
You want to be direct?
Yeah, no, like only direct in the office, whether it's like African headquarters or like global or somewhere else.
The big B.
You know?
Hit the big B quick.
Exactly. But yeah, it would only ever be direct. Like, I'm tired of middlemans. It's like everything for me right now, I'm trying to be direct. Slowly.
And then, do you feel like your circle that you keep around. Do circles allow you to grow, or does it become a herd thing where you guys are like, we're comfortable in this and we're running with this? Do you still find room to then explore collectively, not just you?
I think definitely in the circles that I'm. Oh, that's Murray. Sorry, he's carrying a huge artwork.
It's going that way.
I'm narrating what's happening in this. Someone's crossing the street. It's like a Ziploc bag with something suspicious in that bag, and there's okay. Sorry. What was the question again? Oh yes, I remember. I think it depends what group you're a part of. Because like, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes when you're like, you have like a group or like a collection of people, it becomes like an echo chamber and you guys are really just reverberating off of each other and like rebouncing things off of each other, and you never really have an outside perspective. Like all you know is what lives in that world. And sometimes it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Like sometimes it can be good to like not have any other outside factors influencing a collective's way of thinking. But I think it can get to a point where you kind of end up being left behind, right? Like to like stay on time is to be connected, right?
Yeah, I feel you. What's your favorite memory of BRAAM?
Ooh, and he dropped the mic there. But I like holding it. Yo, my favorite memory of BRAAM. Okay, it was definitely pre-COVID. It was... What was happening? I had linked up with Nkuli.
Kuli, come to the podcast.
Yes. And I can't remember, but they had lived at BRAAM Gates at this time.
Oh, that was a wild era.
Yeah,
With
you know.
Bona.
Yes, exactly. And it was kind of a group of us, like Glenn, even Sia. Yo, damn, I've actually known these niggas, right? Anyway, so it's like we were, you know, BRAAM, you just go out in the street. We're in the apartment and it's just like, let's just go outside. Went outside. I think we had like something here at Wing Republic. And then what is the name? RHTC, when it was still a thing. It had like, was having like a listening party launch thing, which was fun. Then walked up and Ibum Nandini was happening, like in Kitcheners. So like, essentially my favorite memory was just being outside and like letting the night take you. Do you know what I mean? Like that was the best part about BRAAM, is like you didn't, and it's crazy that like you could just go to a street. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you just go to a street and then you let the night take you. Like
it's going down.
You can't do that anymore. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I keep saying? I keep saying BRAAM is Town Square for us.
No.
It is. How many ads do you see on the street?
I think because...
But how many ads do you see on the street?
Yeah, gang.
It's a free for all. People come here to take pictures. You don't have to plan to go to BRAAM. You can be broken BRAAM.
You can be broken BRAAM. That was another thing.
You navigate BRAAM so easily. There's the ease that comes with it.
Yeah. It's simple. It's like...
The barrier to entry is at an all-time low, but the experience can go super high.
No, literally. That's what's nice about BRAAM, is you never know what you're going to get as well. You never know what you're going to get. Like, it could be a dead night for some reason no one is in the streets on a Friday night. It's like, what is happening? But I think, yeah, it's more the experience. And like, I met so many people here that are like my now closest friends, like Nkuli for one. Met Nkuli, met Kensani here, met Kigi here. A lot of people that have also connected me. I met Fran and Lenzo here. Literally right here, like literally downstairs, like right here.
On CNR JUTA De BEER.
Yeah, no. It's, yeah.
Small.
Yeah, and then they've introduced me to other people that I'm really close to now. So it's like, It's nice.
It's nice.
I don't know. It's nice.
And then since we're bleeping the age thing, what's your word to the youth?
Man, I don't know. I'm also the youth. How can I answer this question?
Hey, man.
We need money. There we go.
That's your word to the youth.
I could say something corny, but it's like, what I want to say is really corny, but it's really what it is.
Let it rip.
Do what you want. Literally, like, don't do what you think other people want you to do, or don't do what you think you like because everyone likes it. Like, just do what you want.
Hey, boy, do what you want.
Exactly.
Do what you want.
But consensually.
Oh, yeah. There's that too. There's that
Because,
too.
yeah, niggas are wilding.
Niggas wilding.
Yes.
Stop the wilding. And we need money. Thank you for this tea money.
Is this it?
We done.
Why can't you ask me something else? I think people have started to become very calculated about the things they say.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I don't
Because you're not making money being calculated.
Exactly.
Like,
And
everything's such a PR rollout. It's funny.
You know what I mean? But also, with that being said, if you're not being calculated, like, your thoughts and opinions are allowed to change. Like, I'm just saying this for the people. Like, just because I said this doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm still gonna be like, yeah. Because it can change. We're always changing as people. And I think that's the problem. We don't allow ourselves to change.
See, that's a quotable.
Yeah.
You know what your favorite Breakfast Club host said?
What did they say?
We need to introduce council culture over cancel culture. There's more room in us helping each other than there is with us ostracizing each other.
Yeah, it's like jail. What does jail do for anyone?
Free food, no load shedding.
Yeah. Is there really no load shedding in jail?
Yeah, because everything's electrical.
Are you serious?
And most jails are off the grid. So...
Might end my lease.
Might end my lease.
Might end my lease.
Because the jail setup is crazy. Everything's catered for you. They even dictate when you sleep.
You don't have to think.
You don't need iron. They'll force you to eat liver.
Oh, but you see now, like, I can get iron from something else. Now
you can go on Instagram Live in jail.
What jails are you talking about here, Chief?
Have you not been on TikTok?
No, actually. I don't have TikTok.
Damn. You're too cool for the talk.
I'm not too cool. It's just like I get so overwhelmed nowadays. So I just try control like every part of my like environment that I can control.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Like I get overwhelmed very easily now. So it's like
I have Instagram hour. So like after 5, I don't use my Instagram.
Nice.
Unless I have to communicate something with someone. And then at like 8, go on Instagram, which I should stop doing because sometimes you dream about shit you saw on the TL. And like,
yo, that explains a lot. That's funny. I didn't even think of that.
Because like, why were you in my dream?
Now it's like, oh, because you saw a damn post by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I feel that during lockdown, I only used my phone for 5 minutes a day. Literally, like.
Where were you during lockdown?
I was at my parents' house.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah, I was at my parents' house.
Like no human contact, no phone. You wild.
No. But it was also just my mom. My dad was on a farm. So, yeah, I literally like, I'd pick my 5 minutes. Like, okay, now, look at messages, emails, whatever, and then.
How was modeling during COVID?
Nothing. I mean, when it was hectic, there was nothing. It was absolutely
level 5, level 4. Level 3, they unlocked.
I don't remember around September, October, when it started becoming summer.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what level we were on.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
During level 5, there was more jobs for editing. There was a lot of jobs.
I mean, because
in the graphics sphere, so all the PR that had to be done around COVID was peak job for post-production people.
Yeah, because they don't, you don't need to be anywhere.
Except you had to rush to get the vax.
Are you vaxxed?
Yeah, I am. I had to. I felt like I was dying. Then 3 weeks later, I was like, you know what?
No ways.
I gotta see 2022.
Yeah.
I was down bad. I remember I couldn't stand up for like a day. I was like, you know when you sort of crawling? Like, had I not had an ensuite bathroom, I would have been in hell. Imagine if I had to go through a corridor to get to the toilet. Oh, and then I was in my feng shui bag. My bed was on the floor.
Nice.
No bags. It was giving real...
That's actually bad feng shui.
Yeah. I was struggling.
Yeah.
No, I switched my life up.
Yeah, that's like, it's actually not good to have your mattress on the floor.
After that, I got an orthopedic bed because like, I need the extra...
I'm trying to save up for that. My bed is horrible right now.
You need that.
But then it's like I get money and then I spend it on like wasili chairs.